Hello students, this is Meeta Kataria, your SS teacher, and today we will be learning the third chapter of geography of class 7th, that is Earth Changing Earth. Okay, now in the last chapter you will remember that we have studied that Earth is a dynamic planet. It keeps on changing. Okay, this chapter we will be studying about that how it is changing. You know, Earth is like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, you know what is a jigsaw puzzle? It is having different pieces of that, and then these pieces are joined. Okay, same way, the Earth is divided or broken into number of plates. These plates are known as the lithospheric plates. Okay, what do we mean by lithospheric plates? Let us see. That is, the Earth's crust consists of several large and small, rigid, irregularly shaped plates. That is kind of the slabs which carry continents and ocean floors. Okay, so this crust of the earth is not completely joined at all the places. It is broken in several number of the pieces like slabs. Those slabs are called as the lithospheric plates. And you will wonder to know that these plates, they keep on moving. Okay, you will think that we do not feel that they are moving. We are not on anything that is floating. But yes, these plates are floating on the molten magma. We have studied in the last chapter that the second layer of the earth is molten magma, and above that the crust of the earth lies. Okay, so this crust of earth, broken in several lithospheric plates, it keeps on moving over this molten magma. But this movement is so slow that we do not feel it too much. Okay, it moves only few millimeters each year. Okay, only few millimeters these plates are moving. That is why we do not feel much movement of this. Okay, for this you can do an activity also at home, that you take a paper palette, a thick paper palette, and put some water for boiling on gas. Okay, and then add that paper palette when the water is boiling over it. Now what will happen, you will see that when the water is boiling, this palette will also move. Okay, upward. When the layers are coming up, it will move upward, and then it is going down. The bubbles of the water are going down, so it will go down. So this way, same in a similar manner, the lithospheric plates also move on the molten magma that is inside the earth. It moves in the circular motion. Okay, now this movement of the plates, it causes changes on the surface of the earth also. Okay, as the crust is on this magma, so when this magma is moving, continuously moves in the circular motion like boiling water, then the plates also move, and when these plates move, they are the part of the crust only, so it causes changes on the surface of the earth also. And this earth's movement, they are divided. These changes that are coming on the surface of the earth, they are divided into two types. That is, on the basis of which forces are causing these changes. There are the forces which are from inside the earth, interior of the earth, like this boiling of the magma. Due to that, if any changes are happening, any movement is felt on the surface of the earth, so it is called as the interiors, it caused from the interior, so that is the endogenic force. And the forces that are working on the surface of the earth, they are causing changes on the surface of the earth, and they are acting on the surface of the earth, outside of the earth. That is what it is called, the exogenic forces. Now, which are these forces? Let us understand by this diagram. Okay, two types of forces are there: endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Now, endogenic forces are of two types: sudden forces and dystrophic forces. Sudden means if there are any kind of the sudden activities inside the earth, like earthquake, volcano, landslides, these are the sudden activities and they cause change over the surface of the earth. Diastrophic forces, that is slowly some changes are happening. Like if you have studied in 6th standard about the fold mountains, how they are formed. So building of these mountains causes the change on the surface of the earth, but that is a very slow movement, very slow change. That is why it is called as the diastrophic forces. The forces that are acting on the surface of the earth to cause change, they are called as the exogenic forces. Some of the exogenic forces are like erosional and depositional work, that is done by the water and wind and ice, which we'll be discussing later in this chapter. Rivers, wind, sea waves, glaciers, all of them together, they cause changes on the surface of the earth. So this way we have two types of the forces that are acting on the land surface or on the crust. That is why the earth is continuously changing and it is called as the dynamic planet. Okay. Endogenic forces, they sometimes produce sudden movements and sometimes they are causing the slow movements also. Like earthquake and volcano, they cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. You all know about them. We will discuss about them in detail in this chapter. Then let us see the word origin. Endo means inside the earth and exo is outside the earth, and genic means where it is originated. So we have got two words: endogenic, which has originated inside; exogenic, which has originated outside of the earth. Volcano. A volcano is also a sudden change, or we can say an endogenic force that is causing change over the surface of the earth. What is volcano? It is a vent, that means an opening. You can see in the diagram, it is an opening in earth's crust through which the molten material erupts suddenly. What happens? This magma is continuously in the movement. As you know that when the water is boiling or anything is boiling, it is under the continuous movement. So the same way, due to the heat inside the earth, this magma is also continuously moving. Continuous movement is there. And when I say that earth's crust is divided into lithospheric plates, so they are not joined with each other. There are some places where there are the openings. So when this molten magma, this molten material comes out from that vent, from that opening and erupts suddenly, so that is called as the volcano. Okay, you can see here in the diagram, the orange part is the molten magma or the magma chamber that is coming out from it. The area from where it is coming is the vent. The opening of the volcano, that means the mouth of the volcano is called as the crater. Okay. upper layer is the crust and below that it is the mantle layer. Okay, so whenever this volcano erupts, the hot lava, gases and ashes, they come out from that and they cause a mass destruction. Okay, a mass destruction is caused because it is too hot, so whatsoever is coming on their way, it gets melted. Okay, these ashes, they pollute the environment, they bring the rain, heavy clouds are formed of these gases and ashes, and sometimes they completely cover up the sun also. Okay, so I hope that you all have understood about the volcano. The next topic is the earthquake, which we will be doing in the next video. So by that time I will say that goodbye everyone. Stay home, stay safe. Bye everyone.